Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Does anybody hear me? Let's see if I'm live. Yeah, I am. Do I have anybody out here? Um, any of my subscribers out here anywhere? Hello? Oh, hello. Um, so yeah, I've finally got this where I can go live. Hi. Um, and how many people are here for the summer wells and on my channel? And I wonder how many people are here for the farm because I do a little bit of both, farm and summer wells. I just have one person here. Hi, Ellen. I'm actually just now starting this, um, just to find out how people feel about different things and what people would like to talk about. You like both? Okay. Good, good. Um, because this is actually my first broadcast. So I'm just trying it out and seeing how it goes. And I live on a, oh, okay, cool, cool. I do too. I have a big farm here too. What kind of animals do you have? I have, I have cows. I have geese, ducks, chickens, turkeys, goats, sheep, you name it, I have it. I actually have I actually have two young calves. You have cattle? Oh, okay. What kind of cattle do you have? I have Holsteins, dairy. I have a dairy calf, and I have a dairy bull, and I plan on just a country girl. Yeah, me too. I'm just a country girl too, and I love it. It's just so relaxing to be able to Angus. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you do you raise them for meat or do you? I assume you do probably use them for meat purposes. And I've actually thought about Angus. Now my neighbor, he has some Angus cows, and we actually bought a half a cow off of him this year for meat. So, but I've been very very successful with critters more than this is my first year trying cows out and uh, or cattle, and so I've been more successful with like chickens. I know a lot about chickens. Enjoy the chickens, sell them at market and food. Yes, yes, that's a great idea. Definitely. Um, Now I get eggs. Mine lays brown eggs, and um, I got a green egg layer as well. Cattle can be difficult. Yeah, we're finding that out that cattle can be difficult, especially with our small bull. Yeah, my husband has a little bit of a hard time with him because you know he can be stubborn, very very stubborn, and so we just we're just learning. Um, I actually bought my bull at a auction, and I had bought a little uh, female with her. I bought her at an auction, and I made a mistake buying them at the auction. We had her about 2 days, and she started going downhill. Actually, both of them was sick. Oh, I love farm eggs. Yeah, and my granddaughter raises booty chickens. I ain't never heard of booty chickens before. I'll have to go look that up. Um, and so, but anyways, we bought this calf at the we bought this calf at the auction, and we bring her home, and we named her Clarabelle, and she just started going downhill, downhill. And we had tried everything. We gave her shots, we gave her uh, medicine for scours and everything, and we lost her. We took her to the vet. The vet did everything possible they could. I mean, he tried so hard. He did IVs. He did everything for this calf, and we ended up losing her because she didn't have the colostrum that she needed to survive. They have to have that colostrum, and so that was a big mistake on our part by buying from an auction. So we went to an actual uh, person to get Daisy, my calf here, and Funny Feet Chickens. Can't remember what she calls them. Um, what kind of farm do you have? Her lovely Miss Summer. Oh, here for Miss Summer. Um, I have a you name it farm. I got chickens, ducks, geese. Um, I have calves. I have goats, and I have one sheep that I actually bought. What kind of okay? Um, and I just have a little bit of everything. But yeah, I'm here for Miss Summer too because I live really close to Summer Rose. I live here in East Tennessee, and I'm probably about 30, maybe 45 minutes away from Kingsport, Tennessee, where Summer is, and it's really affected me. Just got married to Rice Walnut Farmer. Awesome. That is awesome. Listen, there's no better way to live than on a farm. I mean, it's just so stress free. You have to be able to experience it. I mean, I love my farm. I love my animals. I'm just out here enjoying everything. And any kind of farm. I mean, nowadays you go in the market and things can be sold out so easily, and um, you you don't know um, when you're going to be having to depend on your farm to get by on. We have a bear running around the woods around here, and I'm in Southwest Missouri. Wow! Now I'll tell you what, bears, they're everywhere. Like where I'm originally from in Southeast Kentucky in the Appalachian Mountains, there's a lot of bears there, and they're everywhere. They get into everything, and you would be amazed. Let's see, we have a lot of wild deer and some giant wild turkeys. Yeah, we have deer and wild turkeys up on our in our pasture back there. A lot of wild turkeys, and the way my turkey chicks come out looking this year, you can go back and look at my pictures. The mommy was um, the only mommies I had was two white turkeys and a red bourbon, and the daddy was the only male at that time I had was a blue slate. So I was thinking that maybe my hens might have got with some of those wild turkeys, and that's why I ended up getting some uh, turkeys that look wild because I've not showed them a whole lot. They're still really young, but they look wild. They look like they're wild turkeys. They look like they have some wild turkeys in them. So, um, but one day I looked out the back window and I seen a male wild turkey coming down, and I think he was trying to fight, wanting to fight with my regular turkey. Um, so, but hatching season is it's about to come up, and I was very, very, very successful with hatching turkeys, geese, and ducks. Now, I wasn't very successful with the chickens because the humidity had to be so high, and I put the eggs in there, the chicken eggs in with the ducks and the geese and the turkeys, and I didn't have very much success with that because of the humidity being so high with the ducks, chickens, and turkeys. But man, did I hatch out a bunch. I mean, and I've raised most of them, and a lot of my videos, most of them are my hatchlings that I have raised. Now I have lost a lot. I lost a lot along the way, but as far as hatching them, yeah, let's see. My granddaughter has a huge white turkey. Yeah. Oh, with a broken leg, it sure gets around on one leg. Wow. You would think that it might pass away. Uh, now, um, that's good. I had one that had a hurt leg, but I also have geese, and some of the geese that I have are pretty aggressive, especially the ones I bought at Royal King and raised. The ones I hatched is not as aggressive yet as my older ones, and they'll actually get them and kill them. So I have to watch them around it. That's awesome that his little leg is he's only got one leg and he can get around on that leg, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, it's amazing what these little critters can do. Now I've had chickens all my life. I grew up with chickens. I grew up on a farm, with my grandma, and that was my part of my duty was to go out there and collect chicken eggs. So, and that was exciting, and I guess that's what how got my love for animals and stuff like that too. So, um, pirate turkeys. Oh, I love it too. I love. Um, I've never heard of pirate turkeys. Um, but I'd like to learn about them. I, I would, and I strongly encourage people to get these little kids out here and put them on the farm and get them helping with animals. Because it was just such a pleasure for me as a child to have chickens and ducks and stuff. Get them off the internet and get them outside. And my grandson here, he helps a lot on the farm, and he is very loving towards chickens and turkeys and stuff. And he helps a whole lot with the cattle. He's a teenager, so one leg pirate turkey. They should put a peg leg on him. I know. I wish they would. I figured that my son lives in Kentucky about an hour away. Oh, okay. Okay. Does he live on the east side or the west side? I'm from eastern Kentucky in the deep mountains of Appalachia mountains. Um, a lot different than here in Tennessee. Tennessee is rolling hills and stuff. But yes, they do. Oh, east west. Okay, east side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kentucky is a very beautiful state. It is different. Where I'm from is like a whole different world from the rest of the world. They have a lot of good cultures and stuff. Um, my daddy, he actually he grew up with being one of 16 kids, so they had to learn to grow up rough. And my daddy used to talk about corn shuck beds. Um, I said, Daddy, what was corn shuck bed? And he said that Granny used to make corn make a bed out of corn shucks. And I was like, oh, Dad. He said that was the most comfortable bed I'd ever had. He said I'd give anything to have one of them beds like that again. I said, really? And he said, yeah. Let's see, Kentucky's beautiful. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, I've never heard before of a corn shuck bed, but my dad, he grew up with him and stuff. So I've learned a lot about farming with that. And so, yeah, but uh, let me know what kind of animal you all like and what kind of farming you like, or if you want to talk about summer, we can talk about summer and this whole mess that's very upsetting to me. with some creators and stuff, but I really like to talk about the farm. I live in the hills here, a lot of trees and hollers. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I love it. I'm not afraid of no holler. I grew up in hollers um, and farms and everything. So, but I'm curious to know if y'all ever considered um, farming or anything like that. Some of you, I know a lot of people on my channel is summer wells. So, my grandparents talk about corn shuck beds. Yeah, that's what my dad was telling me about the corn shuck beds, and I was like, "Wow, Dad." Um, and Dad used to talk about going to school without no shoes, and I was like, "Dad, didn't the kids pick on you for not having no shoes?" And he said, "Why no?" He said that they didn't have no shoes neither. I was like, "Well, okay." But yeah, I mean, well, people these days they wouldn't know what to think if they had to grow up with the corn shuck beds and stuff, or which Dad said they was really comfortable. But yeah, I love my farm, and I'm I'm just starting this out. So if I talk a little fast, it's just because I'm nervous and I don't know what to say. Uh, but I wanted to get up here and see how this goes. 'Cause there's a lot of stuff I like to talk about, and um, farming is one. And I do like to do crime. I like to talk about the crime, especially the Summer Wells case. I've been on Prayer Gardens live, and me and her, I've talked about things with her. But I also like to talk about farm too. So nice to chat about something normal. My husband is very sick and in the hospital right now. Had blood clot removed from his lung, removed today, and is doing better. Oh, yeah, that's a dangerous thing. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. I know them blood clots can be rough. Um, Maybe they can put him on some Coumadin or some kind of blood thinner after he gets out, and just kind of monitor that so he doesn't get a blood clot anymore. Because I'm telling you, them pulmonary emboli are rough. They are. Her case is just too awful, just awful. Yeah, it really is. I really think her case is sad. But the saddest thing is for me, is that some of these YouTubers are getting out here and they are posting some crazy stuff. Um, I mean, they're just they're going to, and I support going there and trying to, bring awareness to summer. I support people to go to Kingsport and try to bring awareness to summer, um, and stuff like that. But don't go harass the family. I mean, people are proven or innocent until proven guilty, and I just feel like that it's going too far in my book. I don't know. How do you all feel about that? Do you think that some of these YouTube creators are going a little too far with this? Yeah, I think they have, absolutely. I think that, and people are just handing over money. Why are you giving these people money? Don't give these people money. This is a summer thing. The people that needs to be getting the money is people that is willing to go out here and put billboards out. I went to Kingsport the other day, and to Daniel Boone Forest, and I born in Virginia. My sister lives in Virginia. My dad too. Tobacco farms. Wow. Yeah, I actually think my farm was an actual tobacco farm here at one time, because we had a tobacco barn that we had to tear down. Um, but yeah, my sister, she actually lives in Virginia right now. People give money to them, but they do. Yeah, I don't understand that. I just don't understand that. I mean, because it's not about nobody but this little missing girl. And, I mean, I'm all for putting billboards out, putting out um like paper, things to do it. But yeah, corn shuck. Yeah, corn chuck. I would love. I wish my granny was still alive. I'd like to. I really would like to find out. How that was made. I think I might ask my aunt. I never did really ask my dad, but he loved it. He loved He said he'd give anything to have one of those beds again. But yeah, but I recently traveled to Kingsport, Tennessee the other day, and I was on I-81. That's towards Kingsport where Summer lives, and there was no billboards at all. And every time I've went to Knoxville, Pigeon Forge, I've not seen not one billboard of Summer. And you think in this area where she's missing, that there would be billboards everywhere. With all this money that's supposedly been earned, you would think that there would be billboards and stuff for this little girl. And so, I mean, with all that money that people are giving these YouTubers for just really, I don't even know, um, they could be donating to somebody that would be willing to put these billboards up to get her name out there so they can find her or find out what happened to her. Um, and maybe somebody could drive by there, because Bristol's a big place. And my grandpa, when he was 10, delivered railroad ties by horse and cart money many miles to sell them. Nowadays, kids can't take the trash out for parents. I know, it's so true. Oh, yeah, play outfits and dress up outfits. Yeah. Yeah, kids need to go back to what they I just think that it's just very, very, very unhealthy for kids to be on the internet all the time and getting in this trouble. They don't know how to deal with this stuff. They're dealing with stuff that they don't know how to deal with. And I just think that kids need to be out and on a farm, playing with animals, collecting chicken eggs, help feeding these animals, bonding with these beautiful creatures, that God has created. And like you said, play outfits and dress up and stuff like that, and appreciate what they got. Yeah, prayers for her and her grandpa. Um, but yeah, kids need to get out and play in their. Yes, they do. It's so healthy for them. That's how they get immunity to things. Is they get immunity by getting out and getting exposed to these different germs, and a lot of germs are very, very helpful. They fight off other germs. So, and you have germs on your skin that fights off other germs. Overstepping the boundaries. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally agree on that they do. um I mean, last night to me, and I'm not trying to ditch this YouTuber, but the bone thing, it really got to me. Learn to be nice to animals and get empathy for things. Yes, yes, I think it's stalking too. And yes, absolutely. Yes, I think that's how kids can learn to be kind if they're kind to animals. And a lot of kids, when they don't have friends that they can turn to and stuff, they can go to their animal and their animal's going to love them no matter what. And that helps them cope. Um, yeah, put them outside in the chicken house collecting eggs, taking care of the chickens. Not put a big load on them, but enough for them to be able to bond with animals and stuff. But yeah, I really think that especially, I mean, that bone thing. I mean, if you think about it, the fact to matter is, if I even thought there was a dead person's bones in the woods, I wouldn't even go there. I would have called the police right off the bat. I wouldn't have went there. But I mean, everybody's different. But I mean, I just think it's going a little too far, um, you know, for people and stuff. So, I mean, it's really got to me because um, what if this comes out and a random stranger took Summer? I mean, what if, and it can happen. Can you imagine how many people are going to feel bad about attacking the parents, you know? And I know that things isn't, that they're a whole mess. I ain't going to say they ain't a whole mess. They are. But yeah, right. Don't go look at the bones. I mean, don't post them, even if you think they're real. What if that was that baby's bones? I mean, you are posting a dead baby's bones on the internet. No, that's not okay. I mean, I don't think it's okay. I mean, it's just, um, yeah. And to me, I think if she really would have thought that those was bones, real bones, it would traumatize her. Anybody would be traumatized to see a little child's bones laying there. I mean, I would be. I don't know how you all will feel. Our family runs deep too. Oh yeah, not in a bad way. Um, are you talking about like the farming, or are you talking about like? I've not always been a well supporter, but I am more now because of the way they have been treated, fired from the job. Right. I'm right there with you. I have been back and forth, and I think a lot of us have. Some people are solid. They solidly believe that they are guilty, and that's okay. I mean, that's okay. I mean, and I can understand that. I really can understand why people think that, you know, that they are guilty, because of some of the things that has happened. But like you said, going out there and saying your dead, murdered baby and screaming that out and everything, that just shows lack of empathy for anybody, including the baby. To me, that's just my thought. I thought they had billboards up. People gave for fundraising. Well, they say in Kingsport. Now, when I went to Kingsport the other day, I talked to, because I asked I was at a restaurant and I asked the waiter about them, and he said on a certain part of town that there was some. But you think that, like in Fort Henry, right there where all that happened, like the day that they went to the swimming hole, right there, that's the area that they went to the hippie shop and everywhere else. Not one, not one picture of Summer or anything. And I-81 is a big highway. It's a big interstate coming from Knoxville, Tennessee to Bristol, where all the races is. If y'all know about the races, you would think that there would be billboards in that area, because you have to turn off to Greenville and to where Summer lives in that area. And no, I only seen one billboard, and that was on a back road here in Bulls Gap, right before you get to the Amish market. And it was a big billboard, it was. But I feel for the boys. They have to have heard how Don and Candace have been talked about, can't help but hurt the boys. That's true. However, I pray that whoever has them boys, I pray that they have kept them off the internet completely and has sheltered them from any of this, because them boys has been traumatized from all of this, because they was there that day that she went missing. And and um they have to feel guilty a little bit. I mean, not that they are guilty, but that they think, well, why didn't I go downstairs with her, or why didn't I follow her, or why didn't I keep a better eye on her? They're thinking that. I know they are. It's not their fault, not at all, but I really think that maybe that they are having feelings like that. What did you think about the bones? Me too. Um, the bones. I thought that was a big hoax. I think that was all made up to get internet views. Do I question this man, Fred? Yeah, in my opinion, I really do. I question him big time about this because why would you do that? Why would you take someone on another person's property to these bones? Why wouldn't you call the TBI? Why would you take a YouTube creator instead of calling the TBI if you thought there was bones there? I mean, that just don't make sense. What do you all think about that? Because I just don't know. I mean, it's just it was a hoax to get views. I really feel like that's my opinion. Now that's just my opinion, but I feel like that it was a hoax to get views. The oldest one said something to Don and Candace. It's not my fault. Survivor Guilt. Yeah, I heard about that. I did. I heard about them saying that, and I it's so sad. The whole situation's so sad. And last night when they first posted the bone thing, I was like, oh my goodness, like I wanted to cry. Like I was really thought that they found this baby because they had told us that the TBI was up there and the FBI, and I actually thought that they had found her, and like my heart had dropped, and like I was on Prayer Garden's thing, and like we was about to start crying because we've all bonded with her, and that's what I said. So religion, no regard for human life. That's right. Like, it was just, to me, it had to be a hoax. Because if you think about this, why would this guy who lives close to Don and Candace just randomly pick this YouTuber that he knows nothing about and takes her up her there to see bones? I mean, if you really think that this is a human bones, call the TBI. Don't call a YouTuber to come up there and look at this. That's very suspicious to me. Very, very suspicious. Um, I did not hear about the bone till afternoon today. Yeah, last night I was on Prayer Garden's channel and we heard about it. And they said that there had been bones found in a neighbor's property, and that the TBI and the FBI and the police department was up there right now looking at it, and like every bit of me was like, "Oh my goodness, is this real? Is this really happening?" You know, have they found this child? I meant the areas where the farm is. A lot of our family history, all of the family. Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. This my house that I bought, my farmhouse, is a two-story farmhouse that's 120 years old. So it has a lot of history. When we had the flooring tore up in the house, we found newspapers from the 1930s in the floor that they had used as insulation. I actually kept some of them newspapers. Like, you wouldn't believe the price of things in them newspapers. It was like 5 cents for a pop, and I mean, it was like if I find one, I might post it. But yeah, you would not believe what we found in this house. And then I have a smokehouse too up there on the hill that's 120 years old, and it is actually preserved, and it's now my chicken house, and it makes a great chicken house. I mean, it's in really good shape. I guess the smoke preserved it. All the family still lives there. Yeah, yeah. I live on land homesteading from my family from the 1800s. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. I love the old. I love it. I love. Well, when we bought this two-story house, this old farmhouse from the woman, she was actually afraid that it was going to be tore down, and she wanted us to purchase this house because she didn't want it tore down. So we told them we was going to have it restored, and so We've not completely restored this house yet, but we've done a lot. We've put a new roof on it and flooring, and we still have a long ways to go. But I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. And my neighbor actually grew up in this house, so she comes over all the time, and she tells me a lot of memories. And I know she has a lot of memories of this house because this was her parents' house. This is where she grows up with. So I learned a lot of history about this house from her. Yeah, them boys do need support, and I hope and pray they are being treated well. I do too. I really do. And I think if anybody has a fundraiser or tries to earn any money, like, find out a way of getting some money to those little kids so they can maybe have a shopping spree, like take them to Disneyland or take them and do something with them, like earn some money for those kids so that whoever's fostering them can take them and do something special for them. That's what I think. Well, yeah, that if that would have been Summer's bones, that would definitely be tampering with evidence. Absolutely, I totally agree that that would be tampering with evidence if that would have been her bones, because that is a crime scene. That is a crime scene, and definitely, if the TBI would have been called to the FBI, I guarantee you they would not have let the person who found those bones anywhere in that area to leave. Because they would have had to been witnesses and stuff um, in that. So, um, yeah, I really just feel like and don't get me wrong, I like the YouTuber that do this, but I just felt like it was taking it too far. I mean, I don't have anything against her and stuff, but I mean, you don't do stuff like that. I mean, come on. Even if you was to come up on those bones and see them, you don't want to post them on YouTube for everybody to see, and not to mention everybody to um just get their heart broken, think this child has died. You know, I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want nobody to do that with me. I mean, and I have had this happen, and people has happened like there've been a bad car wreck in the area that uh, where I lived at, and people on Facebook posting it before the family even has time to find out, and a lot of people find out this horrible stuff from Facebook. So you know, I just don't think that's right. Um, And I'm going to learn how to have people up here that can talk on my panel as well. I haven't figured that out yet, how to do that, but I would like to have people come up here and talk and and try to figure out to clipboard. Okay, that's my live stream. So I don't know what I need to do now. So copy to clipboard, copied. So I don't know if I how to put that out there. I guess I'd have to put it in my chat. Let me see. And it's like a link I think that I put up so you can talk on it. Invite guests. And I guess I would have to copy this myself. Let's see. To put the link up. Yeah, copy. And then I guess I'd put this on the chat. Let me see. Trying to figure this out. Um, Post comment, and then I guess I would paste it. I don't know. Hang on. I'm on my phone. So no. So that's not working. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I just don't know. I feel like that it was just too far. And let's see, Ellen. I have what else? Yeah, I love the fact that that comes from the 1800s. Um, and That's what I love about this farm. And a lot of people's like, oh well, I come from a modern home, um, pretty updated to the old farmhouse, and I'm like, I don't care. I love this. This is what I love. I don't care if nobody likes my house and they're thinking it's old and everything. I love my house. I love my farm. I love my pasture. I love my animals. I love it all. And um, so yeah, um, you know, and I posted a video. I think it was yesterday. Of I went out and found some eggs on my back porch, and I know it's early, so I'm gonna be putting those eggs. Well, I already put the eggs in the incubator, so I'm gonna wait and see how that goes, with the eggs and stuff. Uh, and I'll post in five. It's been about 1 or 2 days. Around 5, you can candle the eggs and see if there's any babies growing. So, but yeah, you all tell me what you want to talk about. We can talk about farm. We can talk about Summer's case. It doesn't matter to me. Either one. I I love talking. Um, and but yeah, uh, to split their 3 ways. Yeah, I really think the boys should benefit from this. I really don't think there should be any YouTubers out here benefiting. Like you said, somebody that would be credible, that could take the money up, give to somebody credible, and give to those kids and let them go on a Disney vacation, or whoever's fostering them. Uh, you know, let them go shopping. Let them buy what they want to buy. I love talking to him. Now, was you on the cute? That's cute. Me too, girl. Me too. Um. Oh, thank you. Um. Was you on Prayer Gardens the other day? Because I thought somebody was on there the other day. I have to leave. Got a lot to catch up on here at the house. Nice chatting with you. Bye. Make sure you come back and visit and let's talk about some stuff. I appreciate you coming on here and chatting with me. Make sure you come back and chat some more with me. Hopefully, pretty soon I'll be able to get my guest thing up where somebody can come on here and talk, and we can talk about farm or we can talk about summer. Was it uh, FH the one that shot the guy in the neck? Oh, yeah, he was. He was the man that shot the guy, allegedly shot the guy in the neck. Bye, honey. Take care, and I hope things get better for your husband. But yeah, he was the one that Ellen, by Ellen, um, allegedly shot the man in the neck. That to me, and some of that recording, it was that would scare me to even go around somebody. You know, that would it would scare me to go around somebody that like that. And I've been around a lot of shady people in my life, but I know when to go around. And this is a murder investigation. This isn't no, well, not a murder. I can't say murder because it's not been, but this could be a possible murder investigation. This is definitely something that you wouldn't want to be involved in. I mean, there's a missing child here, and you, to me, I wouldn't want to get on there, and or at least that I live 35, 45 minutes away from Don and Candace Wells, but I ain't going nowhere near that. I might go up in town and look at billboards and stuff like that, but I'm not going anywhere near that mess because that is an investigation. And you can get tangled up in a lot of things by going to their home and messing with their stuff. That's something I don't want to get into. But I'm more for the children. I'm more for summer. I mean, I really think. Hello. Thank you, Sky Moon. Thank you. Um, you're going to get 100% opinion from me. I'm not going to be. I'm not out here. for money or not. I just like to talk to people. I love farm stuff. I like the crime. That's why I put all things on the farm because I like to talk about stuff. But yeah, them little boys, if anybody should benefit from this Summer Wells case, and if anybody wants to give, them little boys need this more than anybody, and putting some more billboards up because that's what I want. Yes, yes. Ellen, prayers for your husband. Yes, prayers for her husband. But yeah, the billboards. I mean, because Bristol's a big place. I mean, and there's a lot of people that travels to the races in Bristol. There's a lot of people that goes to Kingsport in Johnson City. You know, you have Asheville, North Carolina in this area, Knoxville. This I-81 goes to all places. So why not put a billboard up for Summer there? I mean, maybe somebody would see her, and maybe if somebody has Summer, they would recognize that this child's face. And now I went to Nashville yesterday and I seen Summer, a billboard of Summer in Nashville, Tennessee. But you would think that, um, yeah, hello, Sky Blue Moon. But tell me what you all think about this. I mean, do you think that the money should be, do you think that this money should be collected for billboards and for flyers, not given to YouTubers for money and benefits and donations and wish list? So, do you all think Hunter's dad was credible last night on J for Justice Live? Oh, I didn't see that. I saw a video of his Facebook a few weeks ago. Bad kid stuff. Oh, I didn't see that. I think the children too. Absolutely, the children. It should go to the children. No, I didn't hear anything about that. I'll have to go back and watch that live. What I wonder what he was saying. Huh? Isn't that something? That's something. But yeah, them little kids, they need to. I wonder. I'd like to be able to get put my link out there so you all could come up on my up here, but I don't. I don't know how to do it yet. Let me see if I can find. Because I'd like for y'all to come up and tell me. I don't know anything about this thing. Upgrade if you need more instructions for gas. I don't know. Let me go back to the chat. I hope I didn't knock myself out of the chat. Okay, here I go. So I'm afraid that if I get on here right now that I'm gonna but yeah, I don't know what all Hunter's dad said. That's definitely something I would like to know, you know. I don't know either. What did he talk about Hunter or what? See, the more you talk about things to people, the more you learn. And a lot of people are coming out of the woodworks now. And what do you all think? What is your all's opinion on what you think happened to Summer? Because I've been so back and forth on this that there was a donor for billboards that gave $8,000. There was drama with Chase 423 doing sketchy things with the donations. But heck no, the YouTubers collecting literally 1,000 is wrong. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if there was 8,000 given, now I know that the billboards, because we used to have a business, and the billboards in our area was 200 a month. So I know you do have to rent those billboards and stuff, but um, I don't know how much it cost. But I do know that the billboards is not in a good area. And why would you put them on a back road? Yeah, some explaining. I'm waiting. Come on, 15 grandchildren, 7 7 children, none of adds up, and the men he brought down were all previous traffickers. Disturbing. Yes, yes. I wonder about that too. I wonder if that, you know, I thought I heard somebody say something about last, maybe it was last night on Per Garden's chat, talking about that in New York, someone thought they seen Summer in New York. Watch Valcor's Corner channel, lots of info on there. I think she has the truth in the ranting videos of Jody Sue. Yeah, how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about Jody Sue? I've got my suspicions myself about that, and because like we was talking on Prayer Gardens chat, um, you know, they. I never heard the recording of Jody Sue saying that her ex husband seen Summer's body, but I know it's out there. And so, why would you say something like that? Why, if you don't know something about that, why would you say that? Why would you even mention that baby's body? That just is gut wrenching to me to even talk about seeing her baby's body. Yeah, he talked about Hunter being really upset over Summer being missing, that he got in trouble with the law and has court soon. He was cleared of wrongdoing this summer, but he did speak the truth. Wow. I think a drunk or high person speaks the truth, you know. They say a drunk man speaks the truth. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when you get on YouTube or Facebook under substances, you're going to say stuff that you shouldn't or wouldn't normally say that could get you in trouble. And some of the things, in my opinion, that Jody Sue has said is very, very, very fishy to me. Very fishy. Let's see. No, she was even making threats to Candace for not selling the land to her. She was saying everyone is in danger now and someone had to die. Yeah, I seen that. I actually watched that part and I was like, oh, this woman ain't who I think she is. It wouldn't be hard. Someone there could open an account at the local bank. They can have it set up to where it goes straight to the bank. Oh, yeah, for the kids, absolutely. I think they should take up something for those kids. Them kids deserve a vacation or anything. She was high as a kite. Oh, yeah. During the Chris McDonald interview and said what he was told, he talked about Jose. I don't know if I trusted him. His Facebook page, if that's him, he had bad stuff on it. Looked like the kids abused. Wow. Wow. What kind of people was this baby exposed to? I mean, really, what kind of people? She was talking about killing babies right before Summer went missing. Yeah, I heard about that. And then I watched one of her Facebook lives where she said something to the effect of, like, I think he was going to go on a YouTuber's channel, and she said something to the effect that like he's going to go down or he's going to mess up, he's going to f up. Uh, I don't cuss, so but he said that and she said that uh and I thought, why would you say that? Why would you why would you even say something like that? I think it's truth in Jody Sue's ranting. I do too. Jody Sue was Team Wells, then flipped, so I don't trust backstabbers. Some for Allie, Jody Sue made comments about smothering babies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Really? Really? That is awful. Why that's evil. To me that is very, very evil and dark. And you think about it, whoever took Summer had to be very, very close to Summer and had very, very quick access to Summer. And Candace the other night on Prayer Garden's thing said that as soon as she got to the bottom of the hill, Jody Sue was there. Why was Jody Sue there? What was she doing? I mean, how do you all feel about that? Everything in me is screaming suspicious here. You know, I think there's a big pedo ring in that area, and Summer has caused things to be exposed. They have some sick friends on their Facebook page. Wow, yeah, I agree. And no, you gotta go listen to How Evil Jody Sue Is. Yeah, I did. I think I did go to that woman's page, and I have heard those. And that's why I am really thinking that she has some involvement. Now, I really think that Don and Candace is naive to this. I think that maybe they don't think, well, no, she don't. But I think they need to look a little bit closer to her. I do too. I mean, this is just my opinion. Now, that's in my opinion, she's very suspicious. Her and her ex-husband. And they said that they'd been together so many years, and now um, they're not together anymore. Now that's suspicious too, I think. Um, and um, the thought of, okay, donating to somebody that could possibly have some, and I know people feel bad and they do donate to her and stuff, but what if this woman is got involvement? What if there is some involvement here and this baby's missing, you know? Yeah, but he is questionable because on his Facebook, lots of questions and photos. Absolutely. I think Allie or H could have told whoever where they were that day. H was too consumed with Candace's phone. I do think she was taken, and yeah, Jody Sue was at the end of the road that day with her. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys, that's suspicious. There's no way a child's going to end up missing in 2 minutes. I'm sorry, it don't happen like that. So to me, I think that there's something there in that little group right there. Whoever took this baby knowed that place very, very well, was very close to Summer, and got the heck out of there before the law was called. And I honestly think that the baby was probably first taken not very far from the home. For the, she may be further now, but I think she was very, very, very close to that area when she was first taken. And I'm very suspicious about this. If she wandered off, I think she would have been found. I do too. I absolutely think she would have been found. Maybe he did see Summer dead body because they killed her. That's what, in my opinion, why would you say that? Why would you say that? It I just don't see any possible reason why someone would get up there on a Facebook Live and say that their ex-husband saw a dead baby's body that's missing. And where's the TBI? Why are they not looking into this closer? And a lot of people are blowing it off and saying, "Oh, she just talks this and that." No, what if though? Somebody had to be really, really close. I've never seen the video, so I can't say for sure she said it until I seen it and listened to it myself. Now, Prayer Garden had it on there the other day, but I couldn't hear what was said, and then it was taken off really fast, so I didn't get to hear what was said on it. She said they was laying low because of something happened that day before the police came to search. Well, I heard that she wouldn't let them search her property. Now, why wouldn't you let them search the property? Why wouldn't you? I mean, seriously. I mean, I think that if there is a missing child, that the law should automatically have access to anybody's property at that time. They and I know people has rights, but this is a different situation. This is a little kid missing. I mean, and them having property that close to um them having property that close to this missing child, that would be the first place that the law needed to look, in case she did wander off into that property. Yeah, only if Jody Sue took her. She said they were laying low because of something happened the day before when the police came to search. That was an excuse, an excuse. See, I really do, in my heart, believe that the TBI knows who's who's been involved. I don't think they know where Summer is, but I think that the TBI knows who's involved in this case and what. I think they have their suspicions. They have to. With all this stuff coming out, I would think that they would know. In the video, she said that Candace is going to get a visit from whoever just brought that ish, meaning Jackie Dobbs. Who is that Jackie Dobbs? I wonder who that is. Laying low because of happened before the police came to search. Huh. A lot of stuff that Jody Sue says, I cannot understand. I have to go back and listen. But every now and then, I'll get a glimpse of what she says. The focus has been on the Wells, their past and home. People want attention on them for a reason. That is true. That is true. I think she is passing child trafficking off as land sales. Jackie Dobbs' disappearance right after. Wow. In my opinion, that has entered my mind. That has entered my mind about that. I heard that one too. Jody Sue may be sick, but come on, she is high as a kite. Well, in my opinion, I think that she is. And the first interview that I seen with her, she definitely was. And in my opinion, someone with that kind of hate in her heart and evil in her heart, as she spoke in those videos before Summer got missing, they're willing to do anything. They would be willing to do anything. He is out of towner that bought a piece of land and then left the property. Oh, I am too. I am so suspicious of her too. And Lord forgive me if I'm wrong about this, but she has involved herself in this a lot. And now getting donations. They made Jackie leave. She said it and heard it. She does not want outsiders there because they could ruin their business. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That would be awful if they did that. If that was true, I mean, and it could very well be. I mean, it all makes sense to me. It makes sense that, um, yeah, I think there is a naivety with the Wells. Yeah, I do too. I think that they think, no, she ain't done nothing. He got the land, a tiny piece, and then left. Then so-called land he bought. Why did he leave the land? Yeah, absolutely. Why did he leave that land? That's suspicious. I think if the TBI wants to find out the whereabouts of this child and who took her, it narrows down to that area right there. Someone in that area, in my opinion, is responsible for this child's missing. He got the land, a tiny piece, and then left the so called land he bought. Okay, that tiny piece right there is by the Wells. Okay, okay, wow. You know that whoever took that baby was probably knew that Candace had come home with that baby, and I swear I'm thinking more and more. This is being narrowed down for me that some of the neighbors are involved in this. I really think so. And even though the changes that he made to Facebook account and changes that he made to his appearance seem very shady, it seems TBI is not focused on him. I guess he had other reasons for paranoia. I wonder if they're focused on him or not. I wonder if they might be focused on him and just not saying that they're focused on him. I'm not 100% for sure. Maybe they're just saying they're not focused, but maybe looking. I'm gonna have to go look up on him more. I've not really researched a whole lot about him, but I pray the Wells didn't have anything to do with their daughter missing. I do too. I've been back and forth on this myself. In my opinion, I don't think Don has anything. It's a whole mess as Don is, and he is a mess. Don and Candace both are a whole mess. I absolutely, in my heart, think that he's a grieving father. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But in my opinion, I don't think Don has a clue. Now, Candace, I don't know so much about. I'm back and forth on Candace. I really am. It's someone in that area for sure. Don made the comments about the only mistake Candace made was the friends she picked. I believe that. Poor Candace isn't very bright and can see her wanting friends. Yeah, she seems to kind of get attached to friends very, very easily. And sometimes that can be to people's downfalls. Hate, I meant. Gotta be Jody C out of hate and anger. Oh, yeah. You could see that hate in those videos. You could actually see and hear the hate in in those videos she posted. All this stuff that went on at the time, coincident, doubt it. Now no one is up there. See, yeah, that right there is a red flag too. Everybody scattered when Summer went missing. Everybody did. And that's very, very suspicious to me. You know, that, you know, everybody scattered. Now, a lot of people thinks that, you know, and if you do, you have your right to your opinion and what you think, you know, happened. And I really think that Don and Candace, I really don't know about. I don't think it is. My heart tells me Don isn't involved. Mine does too. And I'm on the fence with Candace. I never seen them put them side by side in a big square, and then I noticed so many discrepancies, and it made me sick. Not all Summer. Wait, a couple months ago, I was making colleagues Summer phone. I cropped them out, and I noticed so many descriptions. See, not all Summer. Yeah, did I miss a thing? He thinks it's Jody Sue too. Maybe I was reading one, and I think me too. I believe there we are should have what they call an emergency warrant. If they recover drugs, they cannot bring that out against the people. Yeah, something to where if there's a child missing, that they can automatically go on that property and search. I mean, come on, they needed to be on that property, searching that property. That right there was suspicious in itself. I mean, they don't necessarily have to go on there and look for drugs. They're just looking for a child, you know? He said as soon as he saw Jody Sue, he knew Summer was gone for real. Yep. See, that right there is very suspicious because they are guilty. Taking advantage of her having kids at home all the time and gets high to where it would be easier to snatch a kid. Yeah. Don't think Don and Candace are going. Like I said, I am back and forth on Candace because of the Candace had access to the baby. Dawn didn't that day. I want to believe that Candace is innocent, but a little birdie sometimes says no. But Candace, she doesn't have an affect like everybody else, and there is a lot of people that has a more flatter affect than others, so they respond differently to things differently. So I really don't know, but I honestly, in my heart, I don't think Don has anything to do with it. Now I could be wrong, and if y'all have opinions about that, please let me know. And I respect that. Totally respect that. I'd like to talk about this and learn about this more, and I'm open to anybody's opinion. I'm not against anybody's opinion of this. They are hiding something on that property. I think so too. Jody So wouldn't let them search either. I know. I think Candace knows someone in her circle took her and feels guilty because in reality, it's her fault either way. I think so too. I think Candace has her suspicions. If Candace didn't have anything to do with it, I think she knows something more than what she's saying. And the part where Hunter said it's done to the Andy guy, that really don't sit right with me. What do you all think? What do you think? I was a daddy's girl. Don loves Summer very much. Yeah, I was too. And I think the reason why he gets on YouTube or YouTube drunk and stuff is that he is trying to cope. And by getting on YouTube talking about it, I think that's his way of coping. Now, I could be very wrong. And I know he has got on here and he is a whole mess. And I actually had shared that video of him and Candace fighting, and I got like almost 30,000 views on it. But I felt very, very convicted. The Lord put conviction on my heart over that video, and I said, "Okay, Lord, you win," and I took it down. And so, yeah, yeah. I personally believe that Don and Candace both got threatened about buying the land, and they knew exactly who took Summer, but out of fear, they are not talking. Could be. Could absolutely be. Could be. Absolutely. I definitely, Sky, I never thought of that. What gets me is, and this is the one thing that gets me about possible Don, is when they asked him if the person that took Summer should they be put in prison, and he said, "No, I don't wish that on anybody." That kind of bothers me. Why wouldn't you want somebody to go to jail if they stole your child and possibly done something like that to your child? That does bother me. Don said that someone was holding his daughter hostage. If you look at all of Summer's photos, you will see different facial features. They are not all her. 2 out of 3 girls, I suspect that someone has her. Wow, I never thought about that. Yeah, me and Prayer Garden was looking at one the other day, and it didn't look like Summer. Hunter, Hunter used Hunter was used by Allie for a reason. Alibi. Hunter's dad said he was lying in the interview. Why would Hunter and Allie hang out with them that day after not talking? Oh, I don't know. See, I didn't get to see his dad's interview. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. That's very interesting. I sometimes feel like Don may have no one he can openly speak to about his daughter. Not anyone he knows is 100 with him and can trust. Absolutely. I think so too. I think that he is so back and forth with this that I really feel like that he's just out there just trying to grasp onto anything that he can grasp onto. Exactly. Allie called the CPS on the Wells out of spite a number of times. Absolutely, I agree with that. If Allie was up there partying with them and carrying on with them, and the pictures show what was really going on at that time. Why wait until you have fallen out with a man or over a man to call the CPS? I mean, she was right up there amongst it all. So really, that had to be out of jealousy, because if she was really concerned about them kids' well beings, she would have called the CPS way before those kids got or Summer got missing, or before, like before she had the falling out with Candace over Jose. So I totally agree with that one too, because she obviously was having her a good old time up there when Jose was up there. You know, they posted plenty of pictures to show and prove of that. So yeah, lady, I noticed that. Hang on, let me read. These chats are going so fast. I can't. That too. I'm not wanting to believe this darkness, but I'm starting to believe they are all involved in trafficking ring. In my opinion, could very well be. Could very well be. Even if Don suspected his wife, he knows at this point it feels like she's all he has left. Kids are gone. Could very well be. Could very well be. I mean, I think Don, no, I think Don consciously has in the back of his mind suspicions about things. I think the key to Summer might be for TBI to look closely at the photos and keep in mind the difference in facial features. I think some too. Absolutely, absolutely. Allie lets Hunter drink and smoke pot. Yeah, that's what got me. Allie is sketch. She was mad that Jose and Candace played hide. Pickle. Yes, absolutely. When they talked to Chris McDonough about Hunter getting this twisted tea in the vape, well, she just acted like it wasn't nothing. She should have been upset about that. That right there is giving a child alcohol under the age. I mean, she should have been upset. Absolutely. I do believe that they have had their fair share of wrongdoings, but I really think they are innocent with Summer. Oh, Don and Candace, yeah, I really, it Don to the most. I think Don, if anything, but I totally agree. You might be right. Totally agree about Allie being sketchy for sure. I do see pain in Candace's eyes. Yes, at sometimes I do see pain in Candace's eyes. And but then I'm thinking, well, when she was on Prayer Garden the other day, when Prayer Garden mentioned uh, Jody Sue's ex husband, or seeing Summer's dead body, she started to cry. Like it upset her. But is that a cry because it's bringing back a memory? I I think if Candace had something to do, and this is just my opinion, with Summer missing, it had to be an accident or human trafficking. It had to be one or the other. I don't think she would intentionally hurt her child. I don't know. I could be wrong. Tell me what you all think. But that's just what I think. I could be very wrong about that. But there is a chance that she could be very, very innocent, and Lord help her if she is. God have mercy on her soul, her and Don, if they are innocent. Allie is supposedly in on the pedo ring. Remember the group of men from New York that came to Tennessee with Hunter's dad? He confirmed that. I think they were here together, some kind of kids to take back. You know, that could possibly be. I heard about that. Why would you let a bunch of men around your children that you don't even know? That is just crazy in itself. Letting strange men come around your children. I don't know. That's just really fishy to me. Same trafficking or one of the boys caused an accident. My two theories from day one. Absolutely, you could be very right about that. And covering up for the boys, but I think if the boys did hurt her, or I'm not saying they did, but I believe it would have been an accident. I don't know. I don't know. Trigger from trauma. Yeah, definitely those girls are definitely not all summer. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think so too. Because me and Prayer Garden was looking at those pictures of summer. And that one, and you could definitely tell that that one wasn't summer. It was like it'd been hacked. I think she intentionally did it. Unintentionally did it. Possibly. Possibly. Oh, there is definitely pain in both these parents' eyes and face all over. But who wants to show the YouTuber your guard is down? Some are cruel. Yeah, I mean, we was talking about that guilty knowledge. I think that too. No one else was around making threats to kill children, but Jody Sue's man for real. Yeah, that right there. That's what gets me the most. On that one as well. Um, so some of you newcomers that's showing up, how do you all feel about the bone thing being exposed on YouTube? Are you all against it or for it? Do you think that it should have been shown on YouTube? Accident, maybe the oldest boy because he was separated from the two others. Why I do believe it's trafficking, but not an accident. Would be better for little Summer. I can't imagine. Yeah, sometimes death is better than being abused. I mean, what some people, go through, and I've always told people in my family that I wouldn't want to show my weakness to anyone online, especially at this point. Look how they are treated now and without full proof. Absolutely. Every word that they have said has been ripped apart. How many summers did get gone? Absolutely. How you are going to make a threat on a child's life on the 7th and my 15th. No one can find that baby. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. And you know what? That could be. You're absolutely right. There could be more than one child involved in this. Which video? I'm not for sure. The video. Oh, are you talking about the one? I think Ziggy knows she made a huge mistake. She is young and caught up in all this. Plus, not many credible YouTubers for her to learn from. Yeah, it could be. They said that she apologized. Um, I think she got caught up in it too. I really do. I think she did. I don't have anything against Ziggy. By the 15th, I meant people should never be judged based on the way they grieve or because they don't do and say things the same way. Absolutely. Everyone is different in their grieving process. Everyone is grieving in different ways. And that's what happened with the little Chloe. They started to rip her parents apart because her mom smiled a lot in the interview, but that was her nervous way of dealing. And come to find out, it was a complete stranger who took her daughter. But a lot of people was coming after her because she had a face that kind of had a smile on it at that time, but it was just her way and her face shape. No, I don't think that bone stuff should have made. Yeah, I agree. I honestly don't think that bone stuff should have been shown. uh Ziggy did apologize for that. And I agree. I do think she kind of got a little caught up in it, and there are numbers of children missing from the area. Oh, yeah. Here in Tennessee last year, I think they found 190 children in the trafficking ring. I mean, I know children go through stages quite often and can literally grow inches in one night, but some of the photos are questionable. Absolutely. They really are. Especially that one of her on that bicycle. Ziggy was sincere in her apology, but no one should show bones and be on live while looking at them or calling Please. I hope she learns. I do too. Absolutely. I hope. I think she has learned. I really do. I think she has learned that was a oopsie doopsie on that one. Absolutely. And I know it's easy to get caught up in, but oh my goodness, that was not a good thing. It was not. Absolutely 100%. Just watch the videos on Velcro's Corner channel. You will see a totally different Jody. Yeah, I watched them. I seen them. And I was like, wow, this woman's evil. Evil, in my opinion. I was like, absolutely, she's evil. Heidi, absolutely correct. There are about 800,000 in the U.S. missing. Absolute, they are. And anybody that would hurt a child, there's a special place in hell for them. I really think so. They use the CPS as their get back at people. Nice. Um. Oh, you talking about Allie? Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. They was talking about Oregon Harvard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. That's a deep, dark thing. Um, and awful, purely awful, awful thing for people to do. And they will have to answer to that one day, people that's involved in all that stuff. They will have to answer that. They did use the CPS to get back at folks, and it's wrong. Kids aren't always in a better place when they're in foster care. Absolutely. There are 6 times more likely to get abused. And they have a foster home down here in East Tennessee in Sevierville. They have a home for children. So, and I'm constantly seeing flyers for fostering. They need foster parents, and yeah, it's sad that, but sometimes little kids can be put in worse situations than they actually are with their parents. But you know what? Thinking about that, that would be something that people could do if they wanted to donate to help Summer. They could contact the CPS. I don't know if they could do it, and see if they could donate to the children in like a little fund for them to give them a little vacation to maybe Disneyland or do something special for Summer's brothers. Take up some money. The CPS could do that for them, and in like a little trust fund for them, and then give it to the foster parents to take them on a little trip or take them on a shopping spree and let them buy whatever they want, or just take them somewhere special, get their minds off all this. Them poor little boys. She said fresh babies are good. Who said that? Who said it? Did Jody say that? Absolutely, they will have to answer. Jody Sue say who said fresh babies are good? That is horrible. Oh my goodness. I was thinking it was actually the interview and questions that were asked of this neighbor. Totally TBI's job to expose it to everyone. Yeah. Organ harvesting and human trafficking are very real. It's absolutely horrible. I started researching human trafficking in 4 years and was in shock. Had nightmares for weeks. Satanic rituals, abuse, and is real. Yeah, yeah, I have too, and it's an absolutely scary thing. It's a very very scary thing. Um, yeah, it's it's very scary. Of the evil that's out here, and a lot of these celebrities are in on this stuff too. Absolutely, 100% free or AB. Oh, AB. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to read everybody's comments. Wow. She said that. Oh, that is not good. That is not good. Because that's not good. That makes me even more suspicious of her. I believe the same. She wasn't Mother of the Year, but I truly do not believe intentionally And if it was trafficking, she would have been lied to or owed money for drugs. Um, I agree too. I don't know. In a way, I really want to believe that Candace had nothing to do with it. And in my heart, I kind of do. But then in the back of my head, I think, hmm, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't want to accuse her. But I'll be honest with you, I'm more suspicious of Jody Sue than I am Candace. I am at this point. Jody Sue and her crew and her connections. I believe the same. She wasn't Mother of the Year, but oh, I already know that. But oh my goodness, that right there just screams human trafficking. If she said that about babies, because um, what I've heard is that, oh yeah, she's always been on the radar. Yes, but not so much until the videos. For me, not until those videos came out of her before Summer got missing. And I hope Candace isn't involved either. Either every mother should protect and love like no one, no other. Absolutely. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't realize that there really is true predators out here. I have seen a lot of people just let their kids run around ball games by themselves and just run around a store by themselves, and I mean little kids running around ball games, and they don't realize how easy that child can be taken. A lot of people are naive to that. They really are. Be gentle, I mean, her daughter, and she said, be gentle with her. Yeah, I noticed that he said that too. She said she got mad at Hunter because he was splashing um, Summer that day. And to me, I was like, well, that kind of seems like she's protective. If she got mad at Hunter for splashing Summer in the face, that doesn't sound like an abusive mom to me. Jody Sue said too many things about hating kids. I wouldn't trust her around mine. Me either. In my opinion, me neither. There's just something really, really fishy there. I honestly totally agree. Good to know I wasn't the only one who noticed how different Jody Sue sounds in a video just like a month before she was introduced. Absolutely. I mean, and sometimes you can actually hear, and I hope y'all don't take this wrong, but sometimes you can actually hear a demon speak through a person's mouth, their voice. And in one of those videos that she was posting, I felt like the demon was actually speaking through her mouth. You could actually hear it. If you go back and listen, it was kind of spooky. I just want to thank you for replying and not judging our thoughts and opinions on this. Finally, a wonderful place. Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I'm open to everybody's opinions. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I thank you for commenting on here and having a conversation with me about it. And I'm open to everybody's opinions, not just mine, because everybody has good points in everything. Yes, thank you for listening. Oh, well, thank you too. If they think I'm overprotective, I'm, yeah, that's me. I've got so much, oh, so much for being an overprotective mom. I'm like in the fifth grade. My daughter was in the fifth grade. I was the only mom there at one of their field trips, but I don't care because I don't trust anybody. And I don't let kids walk behind me either. I mean, Jody Sue was soliciting her own daughter, and she said to the man on the tape to be gentle with her. She is new to this. Wow. What kind of tape was that? Oh my goodness. I've I know someone that had that happen to her. Her mother did that to her. I'm not saying Jody Sue did, but wow. That's suspicious. Oh, I got bashed hard when I mentioned trafficking. People gave me so much hell for it. I thought, gosh, their kids could be taken because they don't believe could ever happen. Yeah, I get that too. Oh, you're being over dramatic. You're being overprotective. You're being ridiculous. Da 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 da. No, no, I'm not. You just have to be careful. And I'm not taking any chances with anybody's kid. If a kid's in my custody, they're not going to go anywhere by themselves. You know, I had that happen with my daughter when she was a teenager. Her young friend that her mom let her run uh, came with us to Myrtle Beach. Well, that girl, because her mom let her run, assumed that she and my daughter was going to run around Myrtle Beach by themselves. Well, she found out different because I wouldn't let them run around Myrtle Beach by themselves and them 14-year-old. And she got mad at me over that, but I don't care because she was in my protection. Let me see, Jody Sue. Oh wow, about Jody Sue's tape. I haven't heard that one. I cannot speak to the Wells guilt or innocence, but I have been in a similar situation. My baby boy was oh, so I try to always not be too harsh too quickly. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I do have one thing to say about something like that. Someone might have hurt them here on earth, but rest assured they are in heaven with the Lord and they are not in any kind of pain or any kind of suffering. And I'm so sorry about your baby boy. That is awful. I'll be praying for you. I will. That, you know, that's just an awful thing, an awful thing. I know a lot of people who were abused and it was always a family member or friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like Prayer Gordon said last night, there's like so much of a percentage that it is family members, you know, or friends or neighbors, On a video, she posted it on Velcro's page, Jody Sims' own words. Wow. I'm going to have to go back and watch them. Um, because I've watched bits and pieces of it, but I've not watched it all. Amen to that. I agree. Kids are exposed to too much these days. If you pay attention, they are literally being groomed online in movies. Absolutely. And a lot of these celebrities are letting their kids be exposed to this stuff. Um, a lot of the younger celebrities has come out where they was kids stating that they was abused as kids. Um, all children go to heaven, and that's the only thing that helps me not break. I can't just understand a hurting child. Absolutely, children that pass away, whether they're murdered or not, they automatically go into God's arms, and they are. You can rest assured they're being raised by angels, and they learn in heaven, and they are being took very good care of. They're not hurting anymore. A person on earth might have hurt them, but they are not hurting. As soon as God takes them, they they go straight into His arms. So no worries about suffering, and they wait, and that child will wait until their mother comes home to heaven to um comes home, and they'll greet them. I 100% believe that children wait on their parents in heaven. Prayer for my condolences. It's hard to watch Jody Sue. It's hard to understand her, but if you listen, she is telling it. Absolutely. She is telling it all. Absolutely. Yes, pedos are rampant in Hollywood and have been protected for decades. Money is evil when it comes to children being abused because it fuels the problem. Absolutely. And children are innocent in God's eyes. And a lot of these Hollywood people are Satanists. And so a part of their sacrifice is children because of the innocent blood. I could go into this very, very deeply about it, about these Hollywood people. Not all of them, but there is some out there that's really, really dark. And when you deal in satanic stuff and evil stuff, um, they prefer a child or a baby because of the innocence and because of God. You know, children are favored in God's eyes. You know, where me too. Where can I listen to Jody So saying that about her kids? It's called the some. I'm actually subscribed to her. Let me go back in the comments and see if I can find that. I can't pronounce it, but if you look back in the comments, that girl mentioned her. Um, and I'll try to post a link on here in my next video so you could go back. But she has all of them. Yes, about the Hollywood and children. I've been down that rabbit hole. It's very dark and disturbing. Absolutely, it is. You're welcome. You're welcome. And God bless you. And I'll be praying for you in your heart for some comfort. God will give you comfort. That's what He's there for, to comfort you. And I'm so sorry, but you do. You rest assured your child is in wonderful hands right now. There it is. Valkyrie's Corner has a lot of videos of Jody Sue. She's my number one suspect. And you know what, Sky Blue Moon, she's mine too. In my opinion, she and her ex-husband is my number one suspect. Um, at this point, as soon as she came on, I had a feeling about her. Yeah. Well, I kind of did at first, and then when I started seeing the videos of her talking mean and evil about children and God's name in vain, every other word coming out of her mouth, and just some of the things she said. And then when I heard about her saying that about her ex husband, it just kind of clicked with me. Like, oh, wow, this is not good. This is not good at all. When I first learned about human trafficking, it started with Petalwood. My mom said she had God speak to her, and there was an elite pedo ring. Sure enough, she was right. Yeah, the Hollywood elites. That's what they're called. And um, actually, there was a younger woman had come out on YouTube about that. She was a part of that ring, and she said that she was 9 years old when that happened to her. And she, if I'll have to get her name, but long story short, she didn't know who the man was. But when she got older, she seen the man, and she said that he was actually a politician. She was afraid to say what country he was in, but she said he was a politician that came in there that day with her when she was 9 years old. It was sad. I mean, it's a whole nother level of evil. That's what it is. It's a whole another level of evil. Um, and I think it's the longer it goes on, the more it's going to be exposed. Um, and I don't know. Um, some of these celebrities, I felt like that they didn't start out being like that, but their love for fame and fortune made them choose that life. Really? Wow. Please tell us about that. There are many inconsistencies with Dudley's interview. Also, once people stop and compare each one with one before the other, so I hope people take note. Yeah, I really did. I noticed that. And he did mention, I didn't know, I noticed that he mentioned about how Don ruined his career and stuff. So to me, that kind of stood out a little bit and correlated with what Don was saying, that he had a vengeance against him. Now, I could be wrong, but I noticed that about Dudley as well. Some of the things he said and stuff, it still made me a little bit suspicious about it as well. It sure did. Oh yeah, politicians are in on it. I wonder why all these people hated Trump found out he was fighting the elite ring and trafficking. Yeah, absolutely. And I think so too. I think that that's absolutely has why there was and still is a huge fight. And I got so caught up in it that I had to just put it in God's hands, cuz I was just so worried about our country and everything, that I really ended up like getting into it with family members and everything over that. And I just said, Lord, I just have to put this in your hands. I can't. This is too much for me, because it's scary to think about that stuff and how bad it can actually get. And it's getting bad. It's absolutely getting bad. Yep, they choose money and fame. Some regret it. A lot of celebrities have mental health and addiction issues. It's an evil world. Yeah. Well, what they do is they promise them fame and fortune. They have them sell their souls to the devil, and then they make them do a horrendous act, and they videotape them doing it. So they have them. They have them. They can't get out of it because they have this videotape of doing this horrendous act that they have done, and it's really bad sometimes. So after that, they're stuck, and if they try to get out of it, they end up dead somewhere. It's really a scary world. Yes, they have eyes. Yes, some have brown eyes. Some have different teeth. I played the video of her swinging on the swing and took screenshots. When I zoomed in, the teeth all across the top were perfect, very white. Wow, I didn't even notice that. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. Wow. For a year, I felt something shifting in me. I thought it was good versus evil going on, and I wanted to be on the good side. I ended up getting saved last September. That's awesome. That's awesome. I guarantee you can have peace and comfort knowing that when you have the Lord, that He will take care of you and the situation, because everything's out of our control. We have no control of anything. It's really scary. Sky, are you kidding me? Where did you hear this? Oh, me too. I don't sleep well. I have been stressed out so bad. Let me see what she's stressed out. Well, Sky, um, you have to put it in God's hands. Um, and you can't stress over it, because this has been going on before me and you was born. They've been doing this stuff way before we were even born. So there's really nothing we can do about it but keep our children safe and encourage other people to keep their children safe, and just keep your eye open and your intuition, which I call discernment. God gives us discernment, and that's what I call your intuition. And when you see something or you're around a person and you don't feel right, then you take action and be careful around that person, because that's your discernment. That's your discernment about them. You are spot on about being videotaped. They are locked in. Videotape. In videotape. Absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome to the family. Amen. I've lost a lot of friends over believing in the trafficking, elite evilness, and getting saved. But I have God's peace and love, which feels better than any friendship. Absolutely. A lot of people are in denial. My sister actually will not let me talk about it. She don't want to hear about it. And a lot of people are in denial. But if you would have watched the fall of Cabal and you would have seen that man naked rolling around in a child's blood, That's an eye opener. If anybody out there watched the Fall of Cabal and seen that, that was a big that video. It's been taken down. That was a big eye opener for me. Big eye opener. To listen to Jody Sue ranting to see how evil she is. Watch in the background of her video as well. 100% amen truth. Absolutely. I'm going to go back and watch some of those videos too. Um, and I would love for that lady, that Val Crowline, I'd love for her to come up on my panel and discuss Summer Wells' case. I would be really, I would really like to know what she has to say about this because she's getting this stuff. She's getting it. Absolutely. That's awesome, I think. I wish I could get guests up here where I could have people up here talking with me. Um, but I have to figure out how to do that. I can't figure that out yet. I've tried to, let's see, StreamYard.com. I've did that and I copied it, but it won't let me share it. Okay. Dudley told Sweetie all happened on June 14th, fired and all. Then he told Jay how would he know what happened to Summer since he hadn't seen Dawn for 2 weeks before she got gone. Wow, that's a coincidence. Wow. He's still in my suspicious radar too because I listened to that and I'm like with you. Some of the things he said in there, he's still on my radar too. I absolutely agree with that. I did not see it. Yeah, she is awesome. She is. I would love to have her come up on my panel once I figure out how to get people up on my panel. I would love to have some of y'all come up here and speak and let me know what you all think. Um, because um, I feel like this lady, she has a lot to say. Dudley couldn't recall where he was working with Dawn. Oh, wow. He did say a lot about Dawn, and he did seem to have a lot of animosity towards Dawn. So I was a little suspicious about that myself. Absolutely. I'm going to try to see if I can't put a link out here for somebody to come up on my panel. Um, copy, copied. Okay. And then let me see about chats here. Private chats. Paste. Okay, maybe that's. Okay, so no, that's on private chat. Darn it. Hang on. Let me see here. Comment. Okay. Maybe I can paste it on here. It won't let me paste it. Why not? There we go. There we go. Maybe that might let y'all come up if y'all click on it up on my panel. If anybody wants to get up and talk, you can disguise your face. You don't have to show your face. You just have to show, if you don't mind, show me who you are before you come up because I know there is some spams out there. Just like a little glimpse, just to make sure that you're a true human or not a scammer or which I don't think you are. See, Sweetie is linked with the psychic, so she's going to believe Dudley because that goes along with that psychic claims to have happened. I don't, I don't know. I don't know. Does everybody see my links? If anybody wants to come up and chat. Oh, you see it? Okay, thank you. I just seen your photos. But but yeah, I mean everybody has got someone try to go up. Yeah, absolutely. If anybody wants to come up and speak their opinion, I welcome it, and I welcome your opinion. I am so back and forth on this case that, but I am, like I said, I'm zooming in on the little neighbors there. That's my zoom right now. That could change, but right now I'm feeling um, the neighbors. But if somebody wants to come up and chat with me, sure, come on up. I'll welcome you. We'll talk about chickens or we'll talk about crime. It don't matter. Whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, I just I feel like there's more going on with them neighbors. And like she said, I did see that with Dudley, that he did have some animosity towards Dawn, you know. So that was suspicious to me as well. So turn this off here. Someone try to go up. Yeah, if anybody wants to come up and just talk or let their frustrations out about this case, come on up. I welcome it because I did that on Prayer Gardens. I had so much to say, and um, she let me just say it. So, and if anybody don't know who Prayer Garden is, she's also got a chat. So, check her out. She's really good. I want to know more about Jody Sue. Me too. Yeah, I do. Um, I do. Uh, if I could get that lady to come up on my panel, would you all watch? I can't do it right now because I haven't asked her. But if I could get her to come up, I'll try to get her to come up and we'll talk about summer and what she knows about it. Do you trust Prayer Garden? Yeah, Prayer Garden's been very kind to me. I really, she's let me come up on her panel. She's been kind. Um, I there was a time I was on there and I didn't feel comfortable with one of the guests up there, and I was just going to go off there, and Prayer Garden took her off because she didn't want to offend me, and I did appreciate that so much. But I love everyone, and I try to give everybody a good shot and stuff. But um, it there's just some things that really has gotten to me. You know, all this that's been going on. Don and Candace and at their home and in their jobs and stuff. That's got to me. The Jody thing definitely has got to me. I would watch Jody Sue, but I wonder if you have to pay her. Does she have her own YouTube now? I heard she was getting her own YouTube. So I don't know. I know that she was asking for $3,200. If you're going to take up donations, take it up in your own name. Don't take it up under a missing child. I sure would. I mean, I understand a lot of people don't see right through that, but I just don't agree with taking up money, especially if this money is not going towards Summerwell's benefits, like for billboards and stuff like that, or like we said, her brothers. Her little brothers need things. They're going through a lot. Maybe somebody take up some donations for her brothers and send it to her, or somebody reliable that will actually give the money to the kids or the foster parents to take them on a Disney vacation or take them somewhere to where they could get away from all this and relax and have some healing. They need healing. Let's see. No, she doesn't, and she's on Facebook. It's not monetized. Oh, unsure, but she wants money. She has Tiffany and Marie asking on her behalf. I don't understand why other YouTubers are doing that. I guess they like her, but how can you go back and watch some of the things that she says and does and not be suspicious? That's that's beyond me, you know. That's really beyond me of how you can do that. Um I don't understand why TBI have not held Jody Sue with the threats and ranting about killing babies, and then Summer is gone. What the hell? What the? Yeah, I think that they do. I think maybe they know who's involved, and they just don't have enough evidence to take it to rest at this point. All they need is one person to crack in this whole little ring, and I do feel like it's a ring. They need one person to crack, and then the one person that's going to crack is that person because she's let too much out already. In my opinion, that's just my opinion, though. Nobody should be giving money to creators on YouTube at all. Absolutely, absolutely, I agree 100%. Absolutely, I don't understand that. I really don't because YouTubers should get money for creating and their videos and their hard work for videos and everything that they do, not just to be handed over to them because they get up and talk about people. I don't understand that. I just don't. I think YouTubers like those who have the same opinion and who has something they can't talk about to get more views and likes. Absolutely. I absolutely believe that too. Indictments in Tennessee came out in March. Comes out in March or April. We will see if anyone in that bunch gets indicted. I guarantee you there'll be a lot of people indicted in that. I really do. I think TBI has to know. Well, I was thinking that they have to be listening in on some of these YouTube channels as well because me and Prayer Garden was talking about why haven't the TBI checked to see if there was any pings on that cell tower near that area who I was pinging off that tower at that time. And then Don got on his official and said that there was that the TBI has been calling people up because there has recently been calling people up because their phones pinged off that cell tower the time that Summer got missing. So I wonder if they was listening to us. Yes, they are being very well taken care of. Oh, the boys, in my opinion, Jody Sue has cracked on video. Yes, I think so, and that's my opinion as well. Yes, absolutely. I think that absolutely. I think so. Money is the root of all evil. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's not the most important thing in life. Absolutely not. And it's sad. It's sad that this little baby possibly may not be with us any longer because of that. I think the TBI do know and are gathering a lot of information. People are throwing each other under the bus for reasons. Absolutely. I think so too. Absolutely. I think so too. I really do. They, I'm telling you, it's something else. FBI and TBI are watching YouTube channels. Oh, yeah. I totally believe that. I totally believe that. Agree with AB. See, once, and I watch a lot of these crime channels, so, these crime stories. And if they don't get the evidence that they need for something, then they can blow their whole case. So that's why they hold out until they collect all the evidence, hardcore, enough evidence for the DA to say, okay, there's enough evidence there to prosecute, you know? So they could probably 100% know that this person is guilty, but if you don't have the evidence, then it's not going to mean nothing in a jury trial or any kind of trial that they have. So I really think that they know who is involved. I don't think they know where the baby is, but I do think that they have a strong suspicion about who has this baby. So nice to talk and chat with you all. And thank you again for your wonderful hospitalities. Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for getting on here and talking with us. I come back and visit. I'm going to be back up again. This is just my first one and this is my test trial. But thank you so much for coming on here and talking about this. They will make sure secure this conviction. Yep, I agree. 100%. Thank you, Bonfay. Thank you for coming up and chatting on here. They will walk. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Um, it's it's a whole mess. It's what it is. Um, just so much in this case. So much. Yes, they are definitely watching and reading social media. There are too many people talking about this case. Plus, some YouTube creators have given them info and even befriended the Wells to get a conviction. Yeah, yeah, a lot of them has. A lot of people has done that. Um, and there is some people out there that is not good that's involved. Some actively there is a lot of criminals that has involved themselves in this case and befriended the Wells. And there's, if I've spoken in some of my other videos, people that's got criminal history and they're trying to get a hold of Don Wells and involve themselves in the case as a person that hunts for missing children. And in my opinion, they don't have any business being anywhere near a missing children's case. That's in my opinion. Yes, they are definitely watching in social media. Yeah, I read that one. I think it's actually many missing children cases in this one era. Yeah, in 2016, that little Carly Trent went missing and she made national news. I posted a video down below about her. But I remember when that happened, at the TBI was involved in that. I remember the Amber Alerts and them looking for her. Her uncle had actually, and she was from Hawkins County. Her uncle actually went to school. She was living with her aunt and uncle, according to the article. She was living with her aunt and uncle, and her uncle, I guess her dad was trying to get custody of her, and her step uncle or her uncle in law went and signed her out of school and took off with her in the mountains. And some of the neighbors and stuff got together on four wheelers and went hunting for him, and they found him. And the guy was charged for kidnapping and other things that wasn't very good. He didn't have very good intentions with this little girl. But it made Nancy Grace and CNN. But yeah, that happened in 2016 with uh, with the people involved with Summer's case. There is God known folks don't realize lots of pedos there. And if people think these creators that befriend the whales are not looking for information and tripping Candace and Don up for the reward, yeah, they're crazy. That's true. That's true. I never even thought about that reward. I think whoever finds that child, they need to take that reward and donate it to finding other missing children. I don't think that they should keep it. But if they're going to give information that's going to lead to finding that baby, well then 100%. If they're not involved in it and they can find that baby or they've seen something, I think she was found on Ronnie Lawson's property. Oh yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, absolutely 100% is why I was talking about time. Yeah, somebody else said that too. Yep, I'll see. Molly Golali mentioned recently about not even thinking of reward money, whatever she called Summer a cash cow. Yeah, I heard about that. That's not good at all. Not at all. Exactly. I remember the story about the uncle. Yep. Yep. And I knew once they found him, I had in the back of my head, they didn't release it. I went and found the article and actually did a video about it. But they didn't release at that time that things had happened to her. But he was charged on things like that. So yeah, he was doing something with that little girl that he shouldn't have been doing. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. A lot of them's discussing. Yes, I mean it's on telling what that little girl was going through before this all, before he kidnapped her and stuff. He'd probably been doing that for a long time to her. Um, I mean, this whole thing with them protesters and stuff, I was for Miley and them going there and helping out, but I'm back and forth on that. I feel like that they went too far this time. I like Miley and all, but I felt like they went too far. I think harassing Don and Candace, um, the church. I just feel like they went way too far. What do you all think? How do you all feel about it? Yes, discussing a lot of them. I want to make a new app that starts tracking from NASA satellite as soon as the Amber Alerts go out. You know what? I don't see how they couldn't go back on the satellites and see who was in that area that time. Didn't they use special technology to find that little Chloe girl like that? They said that they used special spyware or technology in Australia to find that little Chloe girl. I don't see how they couldn't do that. So we can search from the sky at the exact location. Amen. Absolutely. Molly is awful. Honestly, look into all of them. They're bad people. A lot of people has told me stuff about her. You know, and I'm kind of back and forth with her. I mean, it was to me it was a big show. The whole thing was nothing but a big show, and I think they got in deeper than what they could handle. I really do. I think they got in deeper than what they could handle. And I think that, you know, I don't know. This whole thing's a whole mess. A whole mess. The Aussies found Chloe. Yeah, that was amazing work. Absolutely. And you think that with there being other cases like Summers like this, that they would find, um, they would be able to find Summer, you know, the TBI would be able to do stuff like that. I used to like Miley until I saw so much stuff about her and others. Yeah, me too. I mean, this whole incident had a lot to do with that. It really did. I'm going to do something right quick. I'll be right back. If I get disconnected, I'll be right back. I hope I don't get disconnected though. Hang on just one second.